Slaya saying, "Who's this?" Can sense the underworld coming off him. We we can't fight him. We gotta get out of here. Anonymous saying, "This is him. It's the guy, right? It's Kaioshin. They're both getting ready. They're both getting battle ready." And I'm saying, Anonymous, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get your family out of here. But they're heroes. They know what they have to do. It's a bad guy here. Powerful. Presence threatens the entire world that they both protect. This was decided before they even had a chance to make a decision. So, they spring into action. No! I'm trying to stop it. I have to power up, and we all go in there. So we're pressing the attack against Kaioshin. And Anonymous is incredible. Slaya seems to be strong too. Anonymous is like this example of the guy that I want to become. You know, the man that I want to be. Kaioshin taught me everything I know. Probably forgot more battles than I've been in. Saved my life more times than I can count. Anonymous is a man. Kaioshin's a god. So with Slaya's sword, Anonymous's raw power, I'm supplementing it with every trick I can think of. Still not enough. In the middle of the fight, boom, I get hurt. And one of the last things I can remember seeing is this disembodied face just pop up next to Kaioshin. And I'm thinking, like, did he bring somebody? What's going on? And then next thing I notice, energy, almost maybe electrical looking, just starts surging out from the face and hitting Kaioshin. And he starts screaming and everything. And then Anonymous tells Slaya, you know, to get me out of here. And no. And Slaya grabs me, takes me to the moon. You know, away from Samsonia to the moon where Anonymous lives. It's like, I'm like, look, Slaya, we can't fight him. He's like, look, he's like, what we might have called a break. The face of adversity is here. And he explains that the face of adversity seems to be, I don't know, like this force of equity or something like that. And it's like if there's like some kind of significant imbalance or something, the face of adversity, if it's around, it'll pop up and try to balance the scales. I'm trying to tell him, like, it won't work against Kaioshin. So Slaya, you know, leaves and goes back after Anonymous. And from what I remember, I black out. By the time I wake up, it's over. And Kaioshin's there. And he's telling me, like, Kev, don't you remember what I told you? Anytime you find something, I want to come and take it away from you. And then he's gone. When I talked to Slaya after that, he confirmed it. Anonymous was dead. And that haze came back. That feeling like almost like an out-of-body experience. Like my life was just swirling around me and I couldn't quite make out what was happening. I was in that same haze when I was telling Anonymous's wife and his family that he was dead because of me. I was in that same haze when I was telling Ronan that I was cursed and he needed to stay away from me. And in that same haze when I talked to Black Dwarf one more time. Black Dwarf was telling me that his organization could protect me. That they had resources, the kind of things I'd never seen before. You know, was telling him not against Kaioshin. I asked if he would be willing to protect Anonymous's family, you know, and Ronin. And he said if they decide to come, of course. Anonymous's, you know, widow, you know, she decided to stay behind, but Ronin was going to go wherever I went. So I just told him, look, if you can protect the boy, then I'll go. Who can, whatever. My plan was to go get Ronin situated, make sure he was safe, and then just disappear so that Curse couldn't follow me and kill anybody else. So, what was the lesson there? What was the lesson behind all this? So if you would have asked Chaos at the time, you know, man in his early 20-somethings who had just seen that tragedy begat tragedy begat tragedy, lesson was obvious, that I was cursed, that my life was just some kind of pit and anybody around me was going to get sucked into it, and I had to stay as far away from people as I possibly could. But if you ask Chaos of maybe more than 10 years later, that's not really the lesson. The lesson is that in the awesome world, evil is like this force in nature, and it's shapeless and formless and powerful, and it consumes, and a lot of times it seems unstoppable. But then there's this other force in nature. There's us, and we do everything we can to stand up against it, and we lose people along the way. We lose along the way. But those acts of kindness, the stuff that I could never put my finger on to understand about Anonymous, that's a force of nature too. And in our worst, we're men and women with identities that can be touched, that can be broken, corrupted. But at our best, we're nameless, faceless, anonymous. Gentlemen, this has been the story of Anonymous. I hope you enjoyed it.